My name is Yeli, and I am a Reiki Master and the founder and creator at Serenity by Yeli, and I am here to help you live your intentions. In today's video, we're going to talk about the top 3 crystals you want to have in your collection and how to use them. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, and any links that I mention in this video, should I mention any, will always be linked in the description box down below. Crystals and their energetic benefits are becoming more and more popular each time. They are great supports to your intentions. Next, I will share with you the top 3 crystals that you want to make sure you have in your stash. And be sure to stick to the end, because I will also share with you the next 3 crystals that you want to add to your stash. So if you're a beginner, this video is great for you. If you have experience with crystals, stay till the end where I will share more about other crystals, and I'm going to be giving you some tips and some ideas. The first thing I want to mention is that there is not one rule that fits all with crystals. A lot of people feel better with certain crystals, and some work better for some people than others. You do have to start somewhere, and this is where I come in, and this is why I'm going to give you the 3 crystals that have been used since ancient times, and that they're kind of like the favorites over and over. And in my experience, it's the crystals that work better for most of the people that I work with. Another thing that you need to do, even if you purchase these at a crystal shop and they do a cleansing for you, as soon as you get home, you need to do your own cleansing. It is very important, no matter where you receive your crystals from, or even if the crystals have been Reiki charged or have been cleansed, or if you get them at a crystal shop and they cleanse them for you, you do need to do your own energetic cleansing as soon as you get home with your crystal. Right after you do the cleansing, it is very, very important that you set your intentions, because I've mentioned this in other videos, and even though there's a certain magic that goes with the energy of the crystals, they're not going to work by themselves. Your intentions have to support them, and they have to support your intentions. And you need to make sure that your subconscious and conscious mind aligns so that you can really manifest your intentions. And if you want to learn a little bit more about setting intentions, I will link a video up here somewhere. And I will also be linking a video on how to cleanse your crystals. So if you haven't really watched that one yet, watch those 2, because these are basic things that you need to do every time you get a crystal. The number 1 crystal that we're going to talk about today is amethyst. And I'm sure you can see my amethyst back there. I always point the wrong way. And with amethyst is a type of quartz. So you will have the shared properties of any quartz crystal, and it's purple in color. And there are different types of amethyst. There's also the chevron amethyst or banded amethyst, and you will see that that one has kind of like chevron lines, and they're kind of white or different shades of the purple of the amethyst. And any amethyst is going to have the same metaphysical properties. Amethyst is one of the crystals that has been used since ancient times, and it's kind of like a favorite. So if there's one crystal that you must have in your collection, that's amethyst. And the fact that it's a quartz, the fact that it's purple, and it works very well with your crown chakra, it's kind of like a great starter crystal as well for you to open your crown chakra and be sure to connect with your higher self, your guides, your higher power. Call it what you may. This crystal is great to kind of, help you open you up and introduce you into this new world that you're coming into. I'm not going to really talk about the medical properties of crystals. I suggest you do that research on your own. I like to talk more about the energetic properties of crystals and really what the colors mean, because I also work a lot with chromotherapy, and colors are very important. So, and you know, there's a lot of information available where you can get all the other properties of crystals. And I think this is also a good time to do my disclaimer. And my disclaimer is that energetic complementary therapies, whether it's crystals, Reiki, or anything of the sort, these are just supports, and they should not replace any type of medical treatment that you're getting. Some people ask if size matters with crystals. I think that it does and it doesn't. It all depends on what you have, and any crystal is better than none. So this is also something that's very personal. Some people feel like they need a huge crystal. Other people are okay with smaller crystals. So just find what works for you. The other thing you need to also take into account is that you need to be very, very aware of how you feel when you are holding a crystal. And this ties into trusting your intuition. As a society, we haven't been taught to trust our intuition, and we grew up even discarding our intuition. So you need to hone it right now. You need to really tap into what your conscious and subconscious minds are telling you. And you know, that intuition that comes, sometimes it's guidance from a higher power. Trust that. Embrace it. You will make mistakes, but most of the times you will do what it is exactly and perfectly right for you. The ways to use amethyst is you can use them in crystal grids, and any of the crystals that I'm going to talk about today, you can use them in crystal grids. If they're smaller, you can use them as a pocket stone and carry them with you. If jewelry, like it's a great way to use crystals because they will be in touch with your skin and they will be in contact with you. So I think that's a very nice way to always have your crystals on the go with you. Also, like in your area, your meditation area. In my case, it's my workspace, because like my whole workspace is my my high vibrational area, and that's where I have my crystals. But sometimes I take them with me also to the bedroom, and because you maybe need to have it with you, put it under your pillow, on your bedside table, underneath your bed, underneath your mattress. There are many, many places where you can place and use crystals. I don't suggest putting them in water and drinking that water, but you can also place them around a glass of water, kind of making a grid with it. And I've talked about this in another video. So there are so many, many ways to use crystals, and you kind of have to find what works for you. So if you're starting, the best thing is to kind of just hold them every now and then. And sometimes where you're going to kind of pray for guidance, try to hold a crystal that's purple. And this is why amethyst is one of my favorite crystals to start with. Let's go in with number 2. The second crystal that I think it's a must have, and I think everybody needs one, is a clear quartz. Clear quartz is very translucent, and it is an amplifier. Quartz are energy seekers, so they tend to amplify, but clear quartz is the one that amplifies the best because it has no color. So it's kind of like, you know, amplifying whatever comes with it. So whatever you have it next to, it'll amplify the energy of that you have next to it. So let's say I want a little bit of a boost with protection. Well, have your clear quartz next to your protection stone, and that will just make kind of like a powerful combo. And this is why it's the second crystal that I think everyone should have in their collection. It is also very good to transmute energy, and you can especially like do a lot of things. Like if you buy a tip, a crystal tip, it's great for charging crystal grids. It's also very good for like if you want a lot of energy in a certain place to kind of like place it very specifically in the place where you want the energy to flow through. And for me, it's kind of like a must have. Every time I do a crystal cleansing of my house, I add clear quartz to whichever protection and whichever transmutation of energy crystal I use to clean my house. So be sure to have it. And for me, specifically, any size is great, and the more the merrier. I have a few of them because, like I told you, I like to kind of put them in certain places, and they'll just be so beautiful, and they'll just amplify the energy of whichever crystal you put it next to so greatly. You will not regret getting this crystal. The third crystal that we're going to talk about is a protection crystal. I'm not giving you a specific name because I have found that with protection crystals, people react very differently to them. So what do you need? You need a black crystal. You have to find what works best for you. For some people it's black obsidian, for some people it's black onyx, for some people it's black tourmaline, for some people it's black agate. So you just have to kind of see what it is that you feel best with. And I think having protection jewelry or some sort of protection stone that you know that you can always have with you is kind of like a must. For me, I always have my protection bracelet that I go out with, and I feel that I just feel that it's something that I need, specifically nowadays. You might be watching this later, but if you're watching this in 2021, you know what kind of year we've had. And it's very, very important to just have your energetic protection with you every time you go out. So choose a black crystal that works for you. And I also really, really like using these black crystals for crystal cleansing when I'm doing crystal cleansing of my house. So kind of if you put a clear quartz crystal with a black crystal and a transmutation crystal. The black crystals usually transmute energy as well, but I kind of also like to add sometimes another crystal and just leave them in the corners, in the four corners of the room that I'm cleansing. So you would need to have like 12 crystals if you have the four corners, and you leave that for a whole day, and that's just going to elevate the vibrational levels of the room you're in. So that's a extra bonus tip that I'm throwing in there. I also told you that I was going to give you some bonus crystals to work with, and the crystal that I'm usually pairing with the black tourmaline and the clear quartz is selenite. And this is another crystal that if you don't have in your collection, you need to get it right now. Selenite is also great to cleanse your jewelry. So whenever you're going to take a shower, you can just take all your jewelry off, put it right next to selenite. You're helping your crystals elevate their vibrational energy levels with the selenite. It comes in wands, slabs, in charging plates. There's different ways that you can purchase this crystal. And also be sure to have them in like nuggets. I don't know, like maybe this size nuggets, because that's kind of like the size that I like to put the trio of stones in each corner to do the cleansing. Selenite is a great crystal to have. And the other crystal that I think is a must-have, especially once you have your three first crystals, is rose quartz. And rose quartz, why is it important? Well, the first thing is for self-love. And I'm not talking about self-love in a selfish way. I'm talking about self-love in this higher energetically way of accepting the universe love for us, accepting all the good things that are there for us. So I think rose quartz is very important to add to your collection. And it's especially great to also carry with you as much as you can. And whatever you're going to do with crystals, like adding rose quartz to that, it's going to infuse love into whatever it is that you're manifesting. And that is always a great thing to have. A lot of people, when they ask me, how can I attract love? I say rose quartz, but not to attract it from other people, to know and manifest and be completely aware and be completely accepting and open to accepting it yourself, because that's where the change starts. And when we love ourselves, we find people that will love us as well. The last crystal that I'm going to be mentioning today, for those of you that already have the other ones, is tiger eye. Tiger eye is a great stone. And it's so very versatile because it works very great with the sacral chakra. It works great with the solar plexus chakra. It is a good luck stone. It is a prosperity and abundance stone. It is also a protection stone. Tiger eye has so many different uses that I think it's also a great stone to enhance your collection or to kind of complement your collection. So just imagine what you can do with all these stones that I've mentioned if you put them all together and make them work with you in setting your own intentions. I'm sure that nothing but good is going to come out of you using all these crystals. Before we continue, I want to remind you to subscribe and to also leave me a comment and tell me, do you have any of these crystals that I've mentioned? And what are your favorite crystals? What do you think are the must-haves that everybody should have in their collection? Thank you for staying till the end. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button and turn on notifications, because I will be posting content every week. And if you hit the notification button, you will receive a notification every time I upload a new video. Be sure to comment with what videos you would like to see me doing next. Thank you for watching, and until later. And if you have liked this video, I am sure that you're going to love watching these next. Bye guys. Have a serene and wonderful day.